as we all were eagerly waiting for this day. Our today's chief guest of honor are Colonel B. Venkat, Director FDP Cell of AICT, and Professor P.K. Desai, President IST. Sir, we are extremely honored to have you here as our guest. A warm welcome to this event. An inspiration to all of us, our esteemed principal, Dr. R.S. Bitskar, a heartfelt welcome to this event, sir. I also welcome all the heads of departments, deans, fellow faculty members, and staff of VPKBIET for this event. Education is the most influential weapon that can change nation. There is a famous quote, if you dare to teach, never cease to learn. As learning is like rowing upstream, not to advance is a drawback. Currently, due to COVID pandemic, entire teaching fraternity is using innovative technologies for imparting knowledge. And with the same perspective, VPKBIET has arranged this refresher course. Now, I request our today's revered guest, Colonel B. Venkat, Professor P.K. Desai, and as a representative of today's guest, I request our Honorable Principal, Dr. R.S. Bitskar, to virtually proceed with the opening ceremony of the Refresher Program 2021 by lighting up the lamp and performing Saraswati Puja. Thank you so much, sir, for cherishing this event by your presence. Now, I invite Dr. A.P. Hivrekar, Head General Sciences and Engineering Department, and who is also the coordinator of this refresher program, to brief about the program. Over to you, Hivrekar, sir.
Hello. Good morning, all of you. Yes. Hello, good morning, all of you. Respected guest of honor, Colonel B. Venkat Sir, Director FDP Cell, AICTE, Professor P. K. Desai, Chairman of IST, invited speakers, my principal, R.S. Bitskar Sir, Deans, HODs, faculty, staff of VPKB IIT, and dear participants. Good morning to one and all. I welcome to all of you in this particular event. As we know that technical education is one of the most important component of human resource development in improving the quality life of the people. There are many challenges which can be handled by engineering and technology. So there is a vast growth in technical education in India during recent years. The gross enrollment ratio in higher education has increased from 21.5% in 2012-13 to 26.3% in 2018-19, and it was 30.3% in Maharashtra. Many students are taking degree, but only few of them are employable. Therefore, the quality education becomes a major issue. While improving quality of education system, we need to go to the root of the problem, root cause of the problem. So there are problems at the level of students, teachers, problems of institutes, social problems, problems related with education system, and obviously base of all that is a teaching learning. So there are many issues in teaching and learning. Problems like problems at entry level when students enter in a technical education system face many problems at entry level. Teaching learning pedagogy, improving active learning, subject related problems, different methods of evaluation, web-based teaching learning, use of flipped classroom, use of ICT, information and communication technology, virtual classrooms. These are the issues in teaching and learning. And innovations are required everywhere, and obviously innovations are required in teaching learning also. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, entire human beings are facing a lot of problems. There are many issues and problems and challenges in teaching and learning, and the problem becomes an opportunity for each teacher to develop further through innovations. Innovations are required in current situation, including teaching learning, online teaching learning, motivating students, blended learning, video making, use of ICT, self-learning, conducting examinations. That is a major issue, how to conduct examination very effectively. Journey of this program starts in 2018 when I submitted my proposal to AICTE and it was sanctioned. I thanks to AICTE as well as IST for that. And based on the proposal, we submitted our paper that is under guidance of my motivated principal, which was presented in ISER 2019 in the one of the conference which was held in ISER Pune, and it is organized by IIT Mumbai, and paper was presented on teaching and learning, and that was my experiment on improving teaching learning of engineering mathematics through video lectures. Further, I conducted one session in the program Faculty Development Refresher Program AICTE IST 1, which was held in 7 to 12 December 2020. We used to do many experiments, innovations on several aspects for improving quality of teaching learning at our institute. We have organized and there are considered issues in the education. I'm confident that this program is most useful for teachers in creating interest of the students, giving valuable inputs to students, and obviously for improving overall quality of teaching and learning. This program consists of sessions from experts on innovative teaching learning methods. This program also looks forward to bring together number of teachers, researchers, experts engaged in different areas of science and technology to provide a platform for discussion and sharing of knowledge. We have got very good response for program 1. 98 participants completed successfully program 1, and this time we have got very good response for registrations, and we received within 8 days, we received 198 participations, but due to limitation seats of 100, we are able to confirm only 100 participants, and 98 participants, they are on waiting list, and we told them to join program number 3. It will better, more participations is allowed. And the course content for this particular course are student-centered teaching learning, effective use of ICT for teaching and learning, challenges in digital learning, project-based learning, current problems in learning, as well as design center, MOOCs, curriculum designing, designing quality education, new education policy 2020, then connected teachers, that is one of the part of this particular program. We invited eminent speakers, Dr. Kapil Kadam, who is from IIT Bombay, Professor B.M. Naik, ex-principal, HGGS Nanded, Kalyankar, Professor N.V. Kalyankar sir, ex-vice chancellor, then Professor B.B. Ahuja, director COAP Pune, Professor Y.B. Joshi, presently working as a director of HGGS Nanded, Professor Saili Gankar, VC, D.Y. Patil University Pune, Professor M.S. Sutone, Deputy Director COAP Pune, Professor P.R. Dhamangaonkar, Dean Students COAP Pune, Dr. N.K. Sahulji, who is principal in one of our BP's college, then Baswaraj Boli, who is founder director working at Pune. So we have invited speakers who are principals, directors, vice chancellors, and teachers. So this is regarding instructions or participants. Participants have to log in well in advance. We are using Zoom platform. Participation certificates will be issued by IST and AICTE, and the condition is they have to attend all sessions, and at the end there will be examination, and in the examination you have to score at least 60% marks. The program shall be considered for career advancement scheme of AICTE. I am thankful to AICTE, IST for permitting this for this particular program. Particularly, thanks to Colonel B. Venkat. Whenever I contacted at first time, when I contacted him, I was a lot of burden on my mind to interact with such a high profile personality. But when I interacted from that, whenever I interacted with him, I have got a lot of motivation from him. Then I am thankful to P.K. Desai sir. Always he is ready to accept our invitation and guide us. As far as IST programs are concerned, we are always connected with IST. I am thankful to management of Vidya Pratishthan's Kamal Nayan Bajaj Institute of Engineering and Technology, and definitely my dynamic principal is always with me for support and motivation. Not only that, my organizing team of General Science Department and Engineering, they are very active, and their major role is there for this particular, successful of this particular program, and co-coordinator as well as teachers, they are taking a lot of efforts for making this program successful. We expect that participants will take benefit of this gathering of knowledge and sharing, and will shine further by improving teaching and learning and overall quality of the education. I wish all the best to every participants. Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for revealing about the ongoing refresher program. It is an honor and privilege for us to have Dr. P.K. Desai, the youngest ever president of IST, with us today. I take this opportunity to introduce Dr. P.K. Desai. Dr. Pratap Singh Kakasaheb Desai completed his PhD from Shivaji University, Kolhapur. He has completed master's degree in mechanical engineering and master of business administration. He is the son of Shri Krantivir Kakasaheb Desai, the most sought freedom fighter. The Desai family rendered 5 freedom fighters to nation, and he was raised with strong values and principles. He has a prominent background of social reforms, patriotism, and education. Dr. Desai is working on design and development of femur bone prosthesis research. He delivered keynote addresses in India and abroad in conferences. Especially his deliberation on opulent Indian education and its history is highly revered. He has numerous national and international research papers to his credit. He is a member of various committees and task teams constituted by Government of Maharashtra. Dr. Desai attended and participated as a member of Indian delegation on various international meets such as World Engineering Education Forum, International Federation of Engineering Education Societies, Global Engineering Deans Council in countries like US, Canada, more than 30 countries like US, Canada, England, France, Germany, Argentina, Brazil, China, and so on. Dr. Pratap Singh Kakasaheb Desai is the youngest ever president of the prestigious organization IST New Delhi. Also, past vice president of IST New Delhi and IST Executive Council member for 2 terms. He is member representing India in Global Deans Council. He is also chairman of Indian Engineering Deans Council. He is member of Governing Council Engineering Staff Colleges of India. He is a council member of AICTE. He is member of the advisory committee for the overall curriculum development cell at IIT New Delhi. He is convener of Maharashtra State Technical Teachers Association. He is also president of Mauni Vidyapeeth Staff Association. There are many feathers to his credit. He has visited more than 30 countries to study the technical education scenario around the globe. He is strategic partner in conduct of FIMA Fest, an international fest on film, music, and art, which will be conducted at IIT Delhi. He initiated ISTE AICT Faculty Development Program FDPs and received a grant of 4 crores in this year. Now, I invite Dr. P.K. Desai, President IST, to kindly guide us by sharing his valuable views about the program. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone present over here. The occasion of inaugural function, 1 week FDP, funded by ICT and IST, and being organized by Kamal Nayan Bajaj College of Engineering, Paramount. Chief guest of today's function and my dear friend are very dynamic leader of faculty development cell of ICT, Colonel B. Venkat, principal of this institution, reputed institution, Professor Dr. R.S. Bichkar, sir, coordinator, Breaker, sir, other head of departments, resource persons, dear delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make use of this opportunity to thank the organizers for inviting me here, the occasion of this inaugural function for the second time. I usually do not attend the function or go to the programs repeatedly, but this is an institution to which I cannot say no. I couldn't restrain myself in attending this program because I visited this institution a couple of times. I have seen culture over there and enthusiastic team of teachers and Yes, it's a reputed institution, Deccan Light, all self-finance institutions. My dear friends, making use of this opportunity, I just want few issues before you all a given time. We all know that the technical education system in this country is passing through a very difficult and critical phase. Industry is talking about the dilution of the class and deterioration of quality of the engineers, those who we are pouring into the job. Employment has become a big issue, and this has become more serious. I have question whenever I think on it, why it is so, because before 2008, this issue was not so serious. Uh, Engineering graduates easily managed to get an appointment to get a job. Some industries. Today it has become more serious. Many of the graduates are jobless now. And go to the exact figures of that, you'll be surprised to know that almost we have, I'm talking just about the institutions approved by AIC. That is all engineering institutions, pharmacy, and all architecture, other whatever other institutions which are registered or are being regulated by ISD, sorry, AICT. Almost we have the installed capacity of 37 lakhs to admitting 37 lakhs students. So it's a huge capacity. As far as the engineering is concerned, this capacity is more than 20 lakhs. Rest of the world has a capacity of producing not more than 10 lakhs. So when we have a capacity, installed capacity of admitting 37 lakhs students, we could able to admit only around 20 lakhs students every year. This is the average figure of last 4 5 years. So when only 20 lakhs out of 37 lakhs students are being admitted, capacity utilization is just around 55%. 45% of the installed capacity is being unutilized. In other words, the investments of thousands of crore rupees in creating the infrastructure and all, it's being underutilized or unutilized. So it's a big national. So that is number one. Number two, when we admit 20 lakhs of students, when you look into the figures, how many of them complete their graduation, complete their course, that figure comes around 14 lakhs. So 14 lakh students completes their graduation. Almost 6 lakh students cannot complete their graduation. They leave the education or stop the education by some reason or other. They do not complete that. So only 14 lakhs of the students complete their graduation. And out of 14 lakhs, only 6.8 lakhs students get an appointment. So job potential of the market today is on an average, it's around 10 lakhs, not 100%, not more. Because of that, many students are jobless. So why this has happened is, number one, everybody is aspiring to get a job. The purpose or the motivation of getting a technical education in this country is just to earn a job. To reinforce this statement, I have a report of one survey which was conducted on the premier institutions of this country. Students studying in IITs and NITs, one question was asked to them. Almost 6,500 students were interviewed, and one question was asked to them: what is the motivation of students studying in this. And almost 86% of the students gave similar answer. The answer was to get a good job, to get a good salary. So when the cream of a nation, because to me there are three types of students. Number one is a wonder makers. They are always 10%. So 10% students are wonder makers. Number two, they are always aware of what is being happened. They're not wonder makers, but they understand what is being happened. They try to adopt that. They try to digest that, and they are capable of following that. And number three, the students, they're not wonder makers, they are not followers, but they wonder how wonder has happened. So these three categories of the students, number one, wonder makers, they are also now trying to enter into the job market. Number two, at the followers, technology followers, they also are eager to enter into the job market. And about the last category, they are left with no other option than to enter the market. And because of that, the excessive pressure has been created onto the job. What is the solution for this? My dear friends, Nelson Mandela once has said that the technology is a strong tool to transform the lives of millions. Technology is a tool which can transform many lives. It can bring revolutionary changes into the life of people. Experience that. The way back in the regime of Rajiv Gandhi, the electronic and all this telecommunication, that was a telecommunication revolution. And after that, after the liberalization, all new technologies, we were open. New technologies are coming. We are open to the market world now. And many new things have come. And entire thing has changed. So here, my dear friends, when we try to reduce, when we think of reducing the pressure onto the job market, and one more important thing is that out of all these students, those who get the job also, only 17% of the students or the engineers work in their own domain. 17% of the engineers are working in their domain, and 83% of them are working in different fields like finance and entertainment and all. Somebody working in a call center is not a job of an engineer, it's not a job of an IT technician. A student or a worker or an engineer supervising engineering side, construction side is not a job of engineer. Engineering is something different. Engineer always thinks of something novel, something out of box. He always thinks to make things easier and always thinks making tomorrow better and more easier than today. That's the job of engineer. But unfortunately, almost 87 of our engineers are working in some another field which is not at all relevant. So it's a vestige of, to me, it's intellectual power. We have to divert this manpower, trained manpower, educated manpower, and make them work into their domain, because this is the only area which has a potential, which has a capacity to change the entire scenario, entire paradigm. And therefore, what I feel, unless we focus, because once I got an opportunity to listen to Professor Shevavkar, who was a director of IIT Delhi 3 years back, and beautifully he put it in before the audience that technology, it's a research and innovation, and they should go hand in hand. Research alone is of no use, because research is nothing but discovering the nature. Everything is there, exists in the nature, we just have to discover that. That's a research. Unless that research is converted into innovations. Unless that innovation is converted into the product, that research becomes. So we have many researchers, we have many research scholars. Nowadays, a handsome number of our research scholars are getting PhDs. PhD, but we have to do some research. Just because UGC says you must have a PhD, we are going for the PhD. We do the PhD, we do the research, but that is the research in the books. How many of these researches are converted to patents? How many of these patents have converted into the commercial patents? Unless they are converted into the commercial patents, unless they are converted into the product, that research is an important research, and we are master into that. Here, we have to, the time has come to change the entire culture. We have to inculcate the research attitude, innovative approach, and the beginning of that. Somebody has to start it somewhere. Take beautifully, I remember the few lines of Kumar Vishwas. Kumar Vishwas कहते हैं, द्वंद्व कहाँ तक खेला जाए, द्वंद्व कहाँ तक खेला जाए, युद्ध कहाँ तक टाला जाए, तू भी शिवबा का वंशज है, फेंक जहां तक भाला। कब तक द्वंद्व करते रहेंगे, कब तक युद्ध को टालते रहेंगे? अरे हम भी तो शिवबा के वंशज है, जहां हो जाए, इतना हो जाए, करना चाहिए। It's not just a matter of fighting a war, it's a matter of winning. Therefore, new education policy is an attempt. New education policy is an attempt to create a creative attitude, creative mindset, a curious minds that will change the entire scenario. It will take time. It's not an overnight job. It will take time, but definitely that will focus at creating a student who will not be proficient in solving any given mathematical. The student will be capable of designing a mathematical model for real life problem. Student, this policy is aiming at not creating a student who is just an answering machine, the questions asked by the teacher, but he himself will be a problem identity. He will identify the problem, because the basic step of research is identification of the problem. Unless you know the problem, you just cannot go for it. The student will not be an answering machine. He will be the problem. He will be the problem creator in not that sense. He will be the problem identifier. Student will not be a listener, active, passive listener. He will be the proactive questioner. He will ask questions. That is what is the aim of this particular education policy. And yes, I was talking about it. It's not an overnight job. But as we are starting, as we are creating this culture, definitely we will reap its fruits in the near future. But we all have to devote each and every element of the system must know what exactly is the education, what exactly the new education policy is. So somebody has rightly said that जब अंधकार से लड़ने का संकल्प कोई कर लेता है, जब अंधकार से लड़ने का संकल्प कोई कर लेता है, तब एक अकेला जुगनू भी सब अंधकार है. My dear friends, light a lamp within yourself, and definitely this lamp will light, can light billions of other lamps, and that will make this country the knowledge hub. Just saying the slogan of Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, nothing is good. Just be a real citizen of this country, real hero of this country. We are the tested ancestors of Sushrut Sen Gupta. We are ancestors of Arya Chanakya. We are ancestors of the Aryabhatta. We are ancestors of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And carrying this legacy, we have to take this nation that heights. I guarantee the complete cooperation of IST in all such endeavors. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank EICT funding this program and reinitiating this program and showing confidence in IST. Especially, I think Colonel Venkat, who is very much proactive in this entire project of bringing in the teachers together and training them, upskilling them, because that is what I wish the happy learning to each one of you in this particular FDP, 1 week FDP, and congratulate once again Vidya Pratishthan's Kamal and Bajaj College of Engineering for coming forward and shouldering the responsibility of this program.
Thank you, Dr. Desai, sir, for throwing light on almost all facets of education. I can say that you have not left any stone unturned. Within a speech of 10 minutes, you have touched many facets. As you correctly said, sir, technology can bring revolutionary change. With the same perspective, VPKBIT has arranged this refresher program. Thank you for throwing a light on current education scenario with facts and figures. You have also thrown light on intellectual minds, how to channelize those intellectual minds, commercializing patents and new educational policy. Thank you, sir, for encouraging us with your valuable thoughts. It was pleasure to listen to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now I take this opportunity to introduce next speaker, Dr. R.S. Bitskar, sir, who is an exemplary academician and a multifaceted personality, and who is an inspiration for all of us. Dr. R.S. Bitskar has completed his bachelor's and master's in electronics domain and PhD from IIT Kharagpur. He is a hardcore teacher having a teaching experience of more than 33 years. He is an avid researcher who has published more than 50 research papers in various national and international journals. 7 students have completed PhD under his guidance in ENTC as well as computer engineering. 6 students are currently registered with him in Savitribai Phule Pune University. He has taken initiative to start many activities like establishment of Center of Excellence for every faculty, preparation of video lectures, and he encourages students as well as faculties to do MOOC courses like NPTEL, EDX, Coursera. He is also a renowned author and has 4 books to his credit. Now, I invite our esteemed principal, Dr. R.S. Bitskar, to kindly guide us by sharing his valuable thoughts about the program. Over to you, Honorable Principal, sir.
A very good morning to one and all present for this inaugural session of FDP. First of all, I would like to welcome Colonel B. Venkat, sir, Director of FDP Cell AICT New Delhi, Dr. P. K. Desai, President IST New Delhi, and distinguished guests for this program, as well as deans, HODs, and faculty of VPKBIT, and our entire team of first year who have taken initiative in organization of this program. Dr. Hivreka, Dr. Sonavne, Dr. Todkari, and many other faculty members without whom this program would not have been a success. This FDP is in innovative teaching and learning methods. When we were trying to submit this program for funding to AICT and IST, we thought of several different aspects. We considered several aspects, and this innovative teaching learning methodologies we felt to be more of necessity because of several changes that are happening in engineering education, and there are many problems that we are facing right now. The primary challenges that we are facing are particularly the job skills, the knowledge that is lacking in the students, and also many faculty members, the latest knowledge is lacking. Then we have less focus on innovation and research, as rightly pointed out by our guest today. And there is no importance so far on the this innovation and the entrepreneurship activities. We should rather be a job giver than a job seeker. And more importance we have to give also on the emerging areas such as artificial intelligence, data science, and many more. I won't take the names of all the programs that have been started recently. Now, this FDP is going to be a very important at such a time because COVID has made our life hell, and the education and our life is completely disturbed now and disrupted. And however, we have to continue in this difficult time. There's no way out. We expected last year in the March, we felt that within a month's time or two, it will be over and we will be back to normal. However, it has been observed that now by everyone around the globe that it is not possible to come out of this so easily, and we have to adapt now to the various technologies so that we are able to continue with teaching and learning methodologies and try to be as much effective as possible in this situation. Now we have to think of in such situation various advancements, technological advancements, as well as tools that are available to us, and we have been using such tools in the recent past. We have introduced a large number of activities in our institute, some of which have already been talked by our head of the first year head of the department and coordinator of this program, Dr. Hivrekar. These include embracing NPTEL, spoken tutorials, virtual labs, MOOC courses from Coursera, edX, Udemy, MATLAB, and many other sources, Google Classroom, then video recording. Then we have also established centers of excellence in emerging areas. We have given more focus to aptitude, enhancing the aptitude of students as well as communication skills, and focus on entrepreneurship. There are many more things that we have introduced in our institute trying to overcome the problems of the engineering education. And in general, our institute, where we had very little jobs for our students, and entrepreneurship was not a focus. Now we have more than 700 students placed in last 2.5 years time, and we are hopeful that we will be able to get even better jobs, but that is not what we are looking for. We are more interested in giving our students their own start, they should start their own companies. And to this end, we have now two students recently started, they have started their companies in different areas of engineering. And this is certainly a good thing for us because we are hopeful that now in coming days more and more students will be taking initiative for starting their own companies. These startups will be encouraged in our institute, and we will have the entrepreneurship related cell as per the guidance of AICT. We have already started this. We are really thankful ever since Dr. Sasrabuddhe and his team has joined AICT. There is a sea change in the outlook, in the philosophy, in the way the things are being done in the engineering education scenario. And we see so many new things. It's really very difficult to cope up with the policies and new changes that are happening. Nevertheless, we are trying our level best to cope up with as many suggestions, as many projects. AICT is giving us opportunities. AICT is giving so many ideas. In fact, and they have so many collaborations with industries. We have now, with the help of AICT and ICT Academy, collaboration with several big companies like Amazon, Oracle, and many more. It would not have been possible without the support of AICT and the ICT Academy. And we are really thankful to them for providing us these opportunities. We are sure in days to come we will be embracing these technologies and for the overall benefit of our students. We don't want only the engineering students, we want innovators to be developed from our institute, and we want jobs providers, not job seekers. And we want people who will think of multi-billion dollar industries our students, our faculty, who will think of multi-billion dollar industries to be set up and taking our country to a great height. In this program, we will be touching on several aspects. Effective use of ICT, health, and happiness also will be considered besides the technical education. But in technical education, we will be talking about many other important aspects such as role of curriculum, then strategic planning for teaching, learning, and industry connect, and many more activities will be considered. And we have eminent speakers for this, various speakers from IITs and uh, big institutes in and around. They have accepted our invitation. We have Dr. Kapil Kadam, Director of IIT Mumbai, Dr. B.M. Naik, renowned educationist and ex-director of HGGS Nanded, Dr. N.V. Kalyankar, who was ex-Vice Chancellor of Gondwana University, Dr. B.B. Ahuja, Dr. Y.V. Joshi, Dr. Saili Gankar, Dr. M.S. Sutavne, and many more. To name a few more, we have Dr. P.R. Dhamangaonkar, Dr. Sahuji. These are all eminent persons from COEP, from HGGS Nanded, and from various institutes from other in this region. Professor Basavaraj Huli has also consented for this. Now we will be having all these sessions through which our participants will be able to know many recent changes, and they will be introduced to several new concepts. So this will be particularly useful to new engineering teachers, for whom this probably will be a new experience, new knowledge, and I am sure this for FDP will fulfill the expectations of the participants. If you have, of course, any suggestions for further improvement, you can always give us good feedback. Sincere feedback from your end will be most welcome. I request you to give us true feedback about the overall conduct of this program, as well as the sessions that we have given, and exactly what, whether your expectations have been will be fulfilled or no. And certainly we will be able to incorporate those changes in the next session of this. I would like to thank AICT for and IST for giving funding for this program. We are really thankful to them for giving us an opportunity to conduct this program from such a remote area in Baramati. COVID has made this program more important in such a situation. Otherwise, when we had applied that time, this probably innovative teaching learning methodologies would not have been considered to be one of the excellent areas. We have to somehow introduce various concepts, including innovation, entrepreneurship, and embracing emerging areas. We have already started various courses in emerging areas in artificial intelligence and data science, cloud computing, and robotics and automation last year at several at different levels, undergraduate, postgraduate, as well as the BHOK courses we have started in these areas. And we are also thankful to AICT for providing us an opportunity to undertake these programs. I'm sure that in days to come, we will be trying to fulfill the expectations of not only AICT but IST also and UGC in this education scenario. I am hopeful that this program will be very useful to the all the participants. I am once again thankful to Colonel B. Venkat, Director of FDPCL AICT, and Dr. P.K. Desai, President IST. They are so dedicated that last time also they were present for both the sessions, inauguration as well as the last session. And I am also thankful to all the participants. This is flooded actually. We see in engineering, as Dr. P.K. Desai sir has said, 50% seats are only filled. But for this FDP, we have more than 200 two times the participants, and this shows the urge for learning amongst the teachers, amongst the participants who have joined this program, we had to say no to 98 faculty from different institutes. They wanted to join this program, and they will be certainly joining next year. And for your information, for the information of all the participants, there is another program exactly on the same topics, innovative teaching learning methods, from another institute in Maharashtra, and that is also arranged. It will be arranged in next few days. In spite of that, the program is full and there is a requirement of even more seats. That indicates the urge for, amongst our faculty members to learn new technologies, new techniques. And I am sure with this kind of participants, this program is going to be a great success. Such innovative, such teachers who are keen to learn new technologies, new methods for teaching and learning, I'm sure they will certainly incorporate these innovative teaching learning methods in their day-to-day teaching, and they will also make use of these technologies for enhancing the skills of their students and introducing the innovative concepts and the entrepreneurial related thought processes amongst their students. I would like to finally state that this program has been organized by our first year team in a excellent manner. We have also introduced some of our faculty members last year, including Dr. Shastri and Mr. Jain, and we have introduced hello. I hope I'm audible, and I would like to conclude now. And I would like to really thank our first year coordination team for this program as well. They had done excellent work, and they did not know how to. They did not know well how to use this Zoom and other platforms. So last time they did so much of research, and they do a wonderful they have an excellent coordination. So this is the kind of we should have this kind of a learning attitude to learn new things, and I'm sure they are going to organize this program in a very effective manner as well. Thank you very much. I'm really sorry for not giving attention to my power supply cord. I had removed it yesterday night. So I'm really thankful once again for to Colonel B Venkat sir, as well as Dr. PK Desai, for joining this program, and I am thankful to all the organizers, participants, faculty of our institute, heads and deans for being present for this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. There is a famous quote by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam: difficulties come not to destroy you, but to help you realize your hidden potential. As you correctly said, difficulties can be converted into opportunities by adopting technical advancements and adopting new technology. We are really glad to have exemplary visionary like you, because many institutes in COVID pandemic have started video lectures, but in our institute, Vidya Pratishthan, way back we have started video lectures and other platforms. Thank you, sir, for encouraging us by sharing your valuable thoughts. It is always a pleasure to listen to you and learn from you. Thank you, sir. Now, it is an honor and a privilege for us to have Colonel B. Venkat, Director FDP Cell AICT with us today. I take this opportunity to introduce Colonel B. Venkat. Colonel B. Venkat is a serving Army officer from the Technical Branch, Corps of Electronics and Mechanical Engineering, having done his mechanical engineering from Army Institute. Having 3 decades of service experience, the officer has done all the mandatory courses as applicable at his rank and service. Presently on deputation with AICTE and handling faculty development program and related issues and grants pertaining through AICTE AQIS schemes. He has the unique distinction of representing India at its defense attached to Russia. He is also instrumental in the successful implementation of National Initiative for Technical Teachers Training, which is mandatory for the purpose of regularization and promotion to all teachers. Now, I invite Colonel B. Venkat to kindly enlighten us by sharing his valuable thoughts about the program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I think it was a very lengthy initial introduction sessions and inaugurals going on. I did hear Professor Pratap Singh Desai sir, and then subsequently the other speaker, a very lengthy initial 1 hour of part which has gone by. But ladies and gentlemen, believe me, I will not. Please do not call. I'm already on your platform. If you give me a call, I'll have to cut down that video connect. I hope I am visible and audible. And ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and pleasure that I am with you connected today and be speaking on your online activity of a 1 week AICTE IST sponsored program regarding innovation, teaching and learning. This is, I always keep saying, this is the most relevant topic and subject which need not mandatorily be applicable to any specific discipline or stream or any specific set of education. This can cut across the boundaries in each and every form of discipline, whether it's technical, non-technical, it's a commerce, even if it's a school education, why not? This particular program has got a phenomenal outreach, should it be done in the manner it is so desired. And I recollect Hivarekar sir, I was there last time on your platform, a very wonderfully done activity last time when you were done, and hopefully this time is going to be a step plus because of lots of inputs which would have been gained by you from that activity. And collectively, whenever we come forward to do any activity, ultimate aim of each and every program, ultimate aim of each and everything happens to be just ensuring that we align ourselves to the overall improvement. There have been numerous instances, numerous cases wherein small these activities collected together, joined together, attribute or propel us towards a common goal, and the common goal is overall improvement. Innovative teaching and learning is in itself a huge topic. It brings out the best in teaching and learning. It enables you to listen to the best of the resource persons. It opens and broadens your horizon on the various platforms available. It will be demonstrating you the various opportunities which you have. How do you wish to turn them to your benefits for the purposes of imparting education? It also allows you to overall use them into your natural process of teaching and learning, thereby making out system of education to the students. So that is how this particular program does fructify, and this program is going to be extremely beneficial to various faculty members and to various research scholars, and for that matter, various students who are joined in today to listen. I compliment Professor Hivarekar sir being the coordinator. I compliment Dr. R.S. Pichkar being the principal of VPKBIT, Baramati Institute of Engineering and Technology. It's an absolute honor to be on your platform. Wishing you all the best. And as I always keep saying, this is an AICTE IST combined program. Contribution of IST under no circumstances can be undermined. So with due regards and due compliments to IST and collective working together, it's not far that we people would be reaching the set goals and targets which we have already set upon ourselves. Thank you, and thanks a lot. Wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your consistent support and motivation. I now call upon Dr. Aparna Sajjan to propose a vote of thanks. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to one and all. Respected dignitaries from AICTE, IST, and VPKBIT, eminent speakers, learned faculty members, and all the participants. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion of the inaugural function of 1 week AICTE IST approved refresher course on innovative teaching learning methods. I express my deep gratitude to the president of this inaugural session and the director FDP Cell AICTE, Colonel B. Venkat, for his consistent support and brief enlightening speech and for decorating this occasion by his presence. I do offer my immense gratefulness to the President ISTE New Delhi, Dr. P.K. Desai, for his explicit guidance regarding innovative approach of teaching and learning, for his continued support, and also for gracing this occasion by his presence. Thanks are also due to the management of Vidya Pratishthan and our esteemed principal, Dr. R.S. Bichkar. I also extend my thanks to all the respected deans, heads of the departments, faculty, and technical team. Finally, many thanks and best wishes to all the participants of this refresher course. Thank you all for making this event an extraordinary one. Thanks a lot. I now declare that the inaugural ceremony has concluded. However, there is an announcement for the participants. Dear participants, at the end of every session, an attendance link will be posted in the chat box, and it is mandatory to submit the attendance of all the sessions. The next session will start within 10 minutes with the same link. Please stay connected. Meanwhile, participants can submit their attendance of this inaugural sessions. Thank you and Jai Hind.